What is up, everyone? It's Chase. I'm back here on Titletown Podcast. I'm here with my friend Adam, and we have two topics we're going to talk about. We're going to start with the Celtics. But first, before we start, I want to say that today's episode is brought to you by an Instagram account he's really good. He posts a lot of Patriots content, always up to date, always spreads the news, keeps everything up to date. His Instagram is at Patriots_Nation with 2 more underscores following that. I'm going to throw his tag up on the top, his logo on the top, and I'll throw it in the comments. But just to say again, here to talk about the Celtics today, not the Pats. And you just want to say, Adam, what's going on, buddy? I hope you're ready to get down to the nitty-gritty.
How we doing? I'm ready for it, Chase.
Let's do it. All right. First topic today on the Celtics is that there was rumors going around that Gordon Hayward wants out of Boston, whether it be he decline his player option and whether it be he gets traded. So, Adam, what's your opinions on that so far?
I am a big Gordon Hayward fan, have a Gordon Hayward jersey, but I'm ready to trade him, Chase. I will say I think we are a better team with Gordon Hayward on the court, but I think his talent is wasted in Boston. I think he can make a bigger impact somewhere else. And if we can swing a trade to a team that needs him more and address our big problem and get a big man out of it, I'm ready to do that.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you on that. You see, when we played him at center, which was pretty awesome, power forward center, he looked pretty good. But the thing is, it's after he had that injury 5 minutes into his Boston Celtic career, everyone just kind of had the biggest expectation of him to come out and score 25 points a game, maybe get like 8 boards, a bunch of assists. But it's not realistic because he was the star on that Utah Jazz team. Whereas now he's coming off the bench. You got Marcus Smart, who he could be starting over, maybe should be. You got Jaylen Brown, who maybe he could. I'm not saying that I necessarily agree with this. I'm just saying, I'm just naming guys. Right. Obviously him and Tatum play the same position. Obviously Tatum's the future, so there's no reason to, get Hayward over him. But the Celtics are in that rut where, do we really have a center? Like, I would count Daniel Tice more of a power forward kind of guy. He's more of a traditional power forward, but now with the modern NBA, he's obviously has to play center. I've also got Enes Kanter on the bench. But I absolutely agree. Flip him for a center, maybe flip him for, and we also saw this. The Pacers are very interested in him, and probably maybe because he's a hometown guy from Indiana. Went to Butler. I'm pretty sure Butler's in Indiana, right? I'm not making that up. Yeah, so maybe I saw rumors that we could get Oladipo, which I thought is, obviously Oladipo is not what he was a couple years ago, but that would be – I would like that. It wouldn't hurt to have another guy like Brad Wanamaker come off the bench. And then I would also be down if Pacers are really who we're going for, get Miles Turner if he's available, or Goga Bitaday's. I don't know. One of those two has obviously got on the market because they have 2 centers who are promising and pretty solid. But in my opinion, too, it comes down to the Celtics really need a big man. And I would love to get Oladipo on this team, but we have Romeo Langford, we have Brad Wanamaker, Tremont Waters gets his minutes. And, you got like guys like Javonte Green and stuff like that. I mean, what's your opinion on this, Adam?
Yeah, I'm all in on a big man. I mean, I don't understand why we need 5 backup point guards. We already have 4.
Agree with you on that.
And also, I'm a huge Marcus Smart guy. You know that. I love Marcus Smart. Yeah. I think he should be a starting player on this team. And I just don't see where another little guy fits into that. I'm totally with you, though. I do not think Daniel Tice is a championship-winning center. I love the guy. Love watching him play. Love his intensity. But if he was a championship-winning center, I think we might have a championship by now in the last few years.
Yeah, totally. Exactly.
Let me tell you who I want, Chase. I want Rudy Gobert.
Here's my thing. So we'll kind of segue us into the next segment, which is we got 3 first-round picks, and frankly, maybe 1 or 2 open roster spots, maybe 2. I feel like 2 is a stretch. It's definitely probably just 1. But here's the thing. Rudy Gobert or Hayward, I am A-okay with trading Hayward, the 14th overall pick, and probably like, what do we have, like the 27th and the 30th? Throw all 3 of those in Hayward. Give me Rudy Gobert. I love that. What do you think about that?
I will say, you were talking about kind of, we were saying Gordon Hayward's not the right fit on the Celtics. He might fit in Indiana. He's a hometown guy. You know where else we know he fits? The Utah Jazz. They absolutely love him there. And you know who doesn't get along in Utah is Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell.
Yep.
After Gobert just decided to touch all the microphones and give all his teammates COVID,
That was unbelievable.
I don't think they want him there long term anymore. Hayward's a hometown favorite there. I think he would fit in perfectly going back there. I think Gobert is the perfect center we need. Let me say, all our backup centers, Vincent Poirier, French. Taco Fall speaks French. Why would we not get another French center?
I mean, it makes that. I didn't even.
Match made in heaven.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that, but you raised very good arguments right there. And so again, it comes with the Hayward. He's just a weird fit in Boston. And, you know, we have Tatum can play power forward. I'm A-okay with having Tatum play power forward because then you got Kemba, Smart, Jalen, Tatum, and then said center. That would be our lineup. And, you know, that's that. I don't really think you can get a lot better than that. Celtics do have a lot of depth, which
Marcus
is nice.
Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Rudy Gobert. If that doesn't win a championship, I don't know what does.
Yeah, if that doesn't win a championship, we've got to start looking at our coaching situation. But, yeah, it's all of us. We saw the Celtics lost to the Heat, which was a surprise. That was, you know, good for the Heat, though. They did really well against the Lakers, but we saw Bam Adebayo just have a field day on our centers. And, you know, the zone of I don't even want to get started into
don't get
that
me started
series.
On losing to a zone in the NBA.
I mean, we'll do that. But yeah, I also do agree with you on the Gobert not being a fit, mainly probably because people just don't like him because he decided to give everyone COVID. And the other would definitely be that, you know, how far have they gone in the playoffs in recent memory? Like they've even gone further than one round, maybe two.
Yeah, I think the Jazz have been split a little bit on who's our superstar. And it was pretty clear in the playoffs this year, Donovan Mitchell is their superstar. Yeah. And it's time to build around him. They have Royce O'Neal. They have another good big man. We can give them Enes Kanter as part of this trade, give them some big man depth. I see it as a perfect fit. Also, I know Hayward was talking about wanting to find another place where he could be on a long-term contract. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that the Jazz have a little more money to spare than the Celtics do right now.
Yeah, Celtics.
So I think maybe a sign and trade or something like that to kind of give them Hayward on a good contract, give him the number 14 pick, give him Enes Kanter, give me Rudy Gobert, and we got a happy fan base over here.
That would be ideal, and you know I'm not against that, and you know. It all just boils down to, like, is Rudy Gobert the fit? What teams are definitely looking for in the offseason and just any time is looking for those players like a Hayward, like a Gobert that just aren't a fit in their team, and they're looking to swap them for other players that aren't a fit on their respective team. And then just to wrap up more on the Celtics, you know, let's say that we don't get Rudy Gobert. Let's say that Danny Ainge is actually using these picks. Still addresses the need that Celtics are actively just missing out on a center that can lock down. You know, Enes Kanter is unbelievable on the offensive board, not so much in the defense.
Can't play defense.
Yeah, so Celtics, you know, there are some very good centers. 3 first-round picks. Obviously, 3 first-round picks in the NBA is not nearly as flashy as it would be in the NFL. NBA typically, you know, top 1, 2, and 3 are typically the picks that are the ones that really hold really great value. But I am game for trading those 3 first-round picks, trade up for the top 8, top 7, top 6, top 5, snagging. Obviously, James Wise is the dream, James Wiseman. But you also got Onyeka. Oh, you can finish that sentence. Yep, you can get a guy like that. I feel like there's some other good centers that we can honestly do. And you know, just again, I said it earlier, we do not have roster space for 3 first-round picks. And it's the NBA, it's just I'm not a huge fan of trading my, you know, 14th pick to maybe the Pelicans, who might be like the Kings, who could be in the lottery next year, but is a 14th overall pick maybe this year worth the risk of trading it to a team that's late lottery currently and them just not absolutely being back there? Because, you know, then you're just moving down spots for no good reason.
Yeah, I agree. I'm definitely in the same camp as you of we absolutely do not need 3 first-round picks. I don't think we even physically could take 3 first-round picks. We don't have the space on the roster. I'm a little bit worried about trading up in the draft, though, because outside of James Wiseman, all those centers we've been talking about are a little bit undersized. Okongwu, I think he's only 6'9". That's what we have in Tice. That's what we have in Robert Williams, you know?
Yeah.
I'm really thinking that we need somebody big, someone who's going to absolutely lock down the post. So if there's a way to package that for Wiseman, I'm all in. But if it just turns into, okay, another late lottery pick who's going to be a mid-sized center and maybe make an impact, I just don't think that's what we need on a win-now team.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely agree with you. Because I see, Warriors picking second this year. I think a lot of these trades are going to happen on draft night because we don't know what the Timberwolves are going to do. Are they going to take LaMelo? Are they going to take Anthony Edwards? But I feel like the Warriors are a prime suspect where let's throw them 3 first-round picks and Hayward. Let's throw them 3 first-round picks and Tice, Cantor, someone like that.
Whatever they want.
Say it again, sorry?
I say whatever they want. Give them anything.
Yeah, exactly. As long as it's not like those untouchable 4 we got on the starting lineup, I'm not opposed to a lot of other people not being traded. But I definitely think – I don't think the Warriors are, like I said, very, very prime situation for us to maybe snag that second overall pick for them and get Wiseman. And then, boom, obviously Kemba's 31 – or 30, and then you still got Smart, who's like mid-20s, 26, 27. Then you got, hopefully James Wiseman, Tatum and Hayward Brown as the future core. And it also does come down to Celtics have minimal money because we're about to give Tatum that max. And it just – how many times have we seen Danny Ainge just neglect the center position, and it kind of comes back to haunt us?
Yeah, I agree. I think we set ourselves up this year to fail, and I think there was this energy around the Celtics of, we just have so many star forwards that will be able to get through it. We can just be a small team, It turns out that in the playoffs, a small team against a good center just does not work.
Yeah. I mean, you got that guy who's feeding in the post. I mean, obviously the Warriors were the small ball team, but they still had like 7-foot Andrew Bogut. They still had
they also had Steph Curry and Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson.
Exactly. They still had that one guy who was a massive man who could just handle the paint, maybe keep his opposing center down to like a 50% field goal, which is what you need. All you need is limit that center position to maybe 20 points a game and let the playmakers do their thing.
That's why I loved Aaron Baines so much. If nothing else, give me Aaron Baines back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to that at all. I'm sure he would be familiar with all that stuff. But yeah, any last thoughts before we move on from the Celtics?
Yeah, I would say my last thoughts on the draft for the Celtics were Ainge has done such an incredible job, stacking up draft picks, and I think we just got a little bit unlucky this year that it's such a shallow draft. There's not a lot of talent really in the late first round. So I think we're in a little bit of an unlucky position there, just kind of for ourselves to not have a lot of talent to take, but also the picks might be a little less appealing. So I think that's why it's so huge that we have 3 of them to package. And I am very willing to package all 3 either on its own as part of a Hayward trade, maybe a little bit of both, to see anything we can do to win now. I'm all in on a championship next year, and there's no reason we can't win one.
All right. I absolutely agree with you on that. And again, it comes down. Celtics have been to the Eastern Conference Finals with Brad Stevens 3 times, yet to advance 3 times. And, you make the argument we played LeBron twice, but that's not good enough. Keep going back there. You got to find a way to do it. All right. Thank you, Adam, for joining in. Hope everyone enjoyed this video. Don't forget that we are presented today by at Patriots_Nation, 2 underscores following that on Instagram. Make sure you go check that guy out and give him a follow. Adam, can't wait to talk to you next time about the Red Sox and see what's going on there. Peace, everyone.